In the journals of American history, only a few names resonate with as much power and influence as John D. Rockefeller. Born into humble beginnings on July 8, 1839 in Richford, New York, Rockefeller's journey from a small town boy to one of the wealthiest and most influential figures of his time is a testament to ambition and a relentless pursuit of success. From 50 cents a day to the world's first billionaire, what did young Rockefeller do to go from rags to riches? And what parts of his life made him one of the most influential figures in American history, still to this day? July 8, 1839 in Richford, New York, a small but promising town, and in the midst of it all, enters John Davison Rockefeller, the second of 6 children born into a family that was anything but ordinary. His father, William Avery Rockefeller, was a wanderer and a traveling salesman whose adventures were as dubious as they were frequent, selling useless potions and medicines as a con artist. He claimed to be a botanic physician who sold elixirs and was described by locals as Big Bill and Devil Bill. Meanwhile, his mother, Eliza Davison Rockefeller, was the Rock, a devout Baptist who could stretch a dollar further than a marathon runner on a mission. From this dynamic duo, young John inherited not just genes, but a legacy of hard work, thriftiness, and a sprinkle of good old-fashioned hustle. How would such genes help a young boy in those days? John D. Rockefeller's first encounter with the working world came at the tender age of 16. The year was 1855, and young John, eager to contribute to his family's low income, secured a job as an assistant bookkeeper at Hewitt & Tuttle, a small produce commission firm in Cleveland, Ohio. This position was not some clerical task for Rockefeller. It was his entry into the world of business and finance, a world he would soon dominate. This job paid him 50 cents a day, but it was the foundation for his business education. In this role, Rockefeller honed his skills in financial management, a talent that would serve him well in the years to come. He learned the importance of balancing the books, managing cash flow, and assessing the financial health of a business. More importantly, he developed an understanding of the broader economic forces at play, gaining insights that would later inform his strategic decisions in the oil industry. But Rockefeller was not satisfied with just typing in numbers behind a desk. His ambitions reached far beyond the 4 walls of his office. He possessed a hunger for greatness, an intense drive to leave his mark on the world. He was determined to build something enduring, something that would outlast him, and so he sure did. In 1859, at the age of 20, Rockefeller seized upon an opportunity that would change the course of his life forever: the rapid growth of the oil industry. At that time, oil was beginning to be recognized for its potential as a lucrative source of energy, especially with the recent discovery of oil in Titusville, Pennsylvania, by Edwin Drake. The discovery sparked an oil rush, drawing entrepreneurs from all over the country, eager to place their claim in this new and promising industry. Rockefeller, with his business acumen and willingness to take calculated risks, saw immense potential in oil refining. Crude oil on its own was of little use, but once refined into kerosene, it became a valuable commodity, essential for lighting lamps and later for other industrial uses. Alongside his business partner Maurice B. Clark, Rockefeller established a refinery in Cleveland, which was strategically located near transportation routes and markets. But it wasn't all easy going. The oil industry in its early days was marked by intense competition and volatility. Many speculators were driven by short-term gains, leading to a chaotic market environment. Rockefeller, however, was playing the long game. He systematically bought out competitors or drove them out of business by cutting prices to unmatchable levels, then raising them once he had established a monopoly. By the early 1880s, his company, Standard Oil, controlled about 90% of the U.S. oil refining industry, making it a monopoly, but that came with a heavy price. John D. Rockefeller and his company, Standard Oil, became synonymous with aggressive business tactics and monopolistic practices in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These tactics enabled Standard Oil to dominate the oil industry, but also drew a lot of criticism and led to significant legal challenges. One of the most notorious practices was predatory pricing, where Standard Oil sold oil at a loss in certain markets to eliminate competitors. Once the competition was driven out, the company would raise prices to recoup its losses, discouraging new entrants into the market and ensuring Standard Oil's dominance. Another critical tactic involves securing preferential treatment from railroads through rebates and kickbacks. Standard Oil received discounted rates for transporting its oil, while competitors were charged higher rates. Additionally, railroads would sometimes pay Standard Oil a portion of the higher rates charged to its competitors, providing Standard Oil with a significant cost advantage. This preferential treatment extended to monopolizing key infrastructure, such as pipelines and refineries, making it difficult for competitors to operate and forcing them to sell their oil to Standard Oil at lower prices. Secret deals and alliances further stifled competition, with agreements to avoid doing business with Standard Oil's competitors or exclusively using Standard Oil's products and services. These practices led to the landmark antitrust case of Standard Oil Company of New Jersey v. United States in 1911. The U.S. government argued that Standard Oil's business practices violated the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890, which aimed to prohibit monopolistic practices and promote fair competition. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of the government, finding that Standard Oil had engaged in monopolistic practices that restrained trade and limited competition. Consequently, the court ordered the breakup of Standard Oil into 34 separate entities. Even after the ending of such a big monopoly, Rockefeller wasn't just known for his smart business tactics, but also his contribution to charity. John D. Rockefeller's philanthropic legacy is as monumental as his business achievements. On establishing the Rockefeller Foundation in 1913, his goal was ambitious: to promote the well-being of humanity. This foundation became a cornerstone for systematic philanthropy, utilizing scientific methods to tackle global issues. Rockefeller's approach was not merely about dispersing funds, but strategically investing in initiatives that could generate long-term impact. His philosophy was deeply rooted in the belief that philanthropy should address the root causes of societal problems rather than just alleviating symptoms. One of Rockefeller's most notable contributions was in the field of education. He was instrumental in founding the University of Chicago in 1890, transforming it into a world-class institution that emphasized scholarship and research. His financial backing also led to the establishment of Rockefeller University, originally the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research, which became a leading center for biomedical research. These institutions not only advanced academic and scientific knowledge, but also produced generations of leaders and innovators. Additionally, Rockefeller's support extended to numerous historically black colleges and universities, promoting education and opportunities for African Americans during a time of constant racial discrimination. His funding and strategic initiatives led to breakthroughs in medical research and public health campaigns. The Rockefeller Foundation's efforts in combating diseases like hookworm and yellow fever were particularly significant. By funding extensive research and fieldwork, the foundation helped develop treatments and public health strategies that virtually eradicated these diseases in affected regions. This work not only saved countless lives, but also demonstrated the power of coordinated science-based approaches to global health issues. Even with the extravagance and success, Rockefeller lived the life of a humble man, and his life was marked by simplicity and devout Baptist faith, influencing his ethical views on wealth and responsibility. He retired in 1897, pledging his life to philanthropy until his death on May 23, 1937, at the age of 97. He passed away at his winter home, The Casements, in Ormond Beach, Florida. The cause of death was arteriosclerosis, a condition characterized by the thickening and hardening of the arterial walls, which is common in the elderly and can lead to cardiovascular complications. John D. Rockefeller's net worth was estimated at around $900 million, reflective of his dominance over the oil industry and his shrewd business acumen. Adjusting for inflation places this figure at approximately $24 to $25 billion in today's currency, highlighting the sheer magnitude of his wealth. Rockefeller's legacy is multifaceted. On one hand, he is remembered as a pioneering capitalist who revolutionized the oil industry, setting standards for business practices and corporate structures. On the other hand, his role in philanthropy set a model for future generations of wealthy individuals to follow, emphasizing the importance of giving back to society. Rockefeller, aged 86, wrote the following words to sum up his life. "I was early taught to work as well as play. My life has been one long happy holiday. Full of work and full of play, I dropped the worry on the way, and God was good to me every day." And that concludes our journey through the life of John D. Rockefeller, a man who shaped industries and left a lasting legacy. From humble beginnings to immense wealth, his story is a fascinating chapter in history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing historical stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know who you'd like to see